It's game time and I'm up one.
How many bottles of product? So we're about building relationships. So I'm a Tima, Glossy, the fastest growing brands for detailing products, chemicals, and coatings in the world.
All right, so on this one, I'm gonna obviously clean up the paint. If you're gonna keep this long term, there's a couple ways we could do this, Steve, and you tell me what you want me to do. For minimum, like the My Super Stock, I'd PPF the nose, like minimum, because I don't want any damage in the front, right? No rock chips, you know? You could do just PPF in the front. First we do the correction, get it all cleaned up, then do the PPF, then ceramic coat it, right? This is the Demon 170, Jeff. And that's one way of going. That's gonna be the cheaper route. The other route is, I don't know if you wanna do it, you could PPF the whole car and coat it, but it's a lot different cost.
Yeah, let's go the first way.
Okay, so PPF, full nose.
Right.
Okay, correct everything, coat everything, coat these. You want any type of ceramic, clear tint for heat rejection like I have on mine?
What I'd like to do is I'd like to darken.
How dark do you want to go? Because I can go, it's the film I'm using, it's not how dark I'm using, but I can go as dark as you want. You want to see mine?
Yeah.
Let's go look at mine. So on mine, I did 70 on the front windshield, and I did 15 on the sides.
Okay.
So this is 15.
Yeah. Is that,
That's not gonna have a problem. But if you want to sit inside,
they actually go a little darker?
I can go darker than that. That's gonna be limo, like the Porsche. That's limo, that's dark. Same tint, just different shade.
Right. Yeah, let's go limo.
Okay, so limo, 70 on the front. Do you want to sit inside so you can see the visibility?
Yeah, sure.
So to make sure you're cool with the visibility.
I mean, does it reduce the visibility a lot?
No, but people always ask me and I want to make sure.
If anything, it's easier to see because you don't get the glare.
No, there's no glare.
How is it at night?
Awesome. I have no problem at night. Okay, so we're gonna go 5 on the side, 70 on the front. And then like what I did on this one, so you can't tell, but this whole nose is wrapped in film. And from here is coated. So yeah, this is done. I did this in 2020. No. Welcome to another edition of the Weekly Buff. This week we've got a special guest in the house, a 2023 Dodge Demon 170. This is the last call. They're not making this motor anymore. No more HEMI, no more supercharger. This is a car that I had originally ordered, and we had come up with a price, and when I went to pick up the car, they changed the price a lot. And so I said, I'm not gonna pay that kind of money over. Called one of my customers, Steve. He wanted one of these, and I told Steve, if you want the car, you can have it. I'm not gonna make any money on it. So he brought it here and he wanted to customize it with a red spoiler, red air intake, and front spoiler red. And then he wanted the Hellcat badges you guys will see in the videos, red, and the calipers painted red with a black logo. This also is gonna be getting full correction, full nose PPF, and our Evo Pro ceramic coating. Guys, I hope you enjoy this video. All right guys, right now Max is bolt cutting. We had this lower red spoiler slash splitter on the bottom of the Demon 170. We had to paint it red because that's what the customer wanted. And we're gonna PPF it so it doesn't get damaged. And there's no pattern for this because it didn't come painted from the factory. So we had it sanded down, primed with a special primer, and then paint it. And right now Max is doing a custom cut on this lower spoiler. So guys, we got Steve here, and just got back from a trip, and worked on this car for a couple weeks. We're gonna walk with Steve right now. We're gonna go over everything we did to this car because he wanted to personalize it to be a one-off Demon, and I think we hit it, Steve.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm extremely happy. It did a spectacular job. I mean, you know, it's still the basic car that it was, but just with the accents, turns into something way special.
It's more menacing.
Yeah, and just stands out versus, you know, you've got a $225,000 Dodge, and in plain Jane black, you know, it just looked like a $30,000 Challenger.
Right.
But now it looks like what it is.
So one of the things Steve came up, this is all Steve's design by the guy. This is Steve's design 100%. He wanted to do a certain red on the wing because the wing was black. He wanted a decal on the back rear quarter so people knew it was a Demon 170. And so we basically had a designer give different variations for Steve to nail what do you want for design. He picked this one. We think it looks perfect, right? Because it looked like it came from the factory.
Absolutely, this looks like a factory option trim package, you know?
Now, for the tint, we did a ceramic tint, but Steve wanted it super dark.
Yeah.
So we went with 5% on the sides and the back, and we went with 50% on the front windshield. He's not going to be streeting this every day, so guys, it's not illegal, right?
Right.
And he's got a collection of cars, so this is a one of 3,300. You guys will see on the inside of the video the serial number for the number of which Demon this is. And then the skulls were black, we painted those red. It still has a little eye.
Yeah. Comes with a little green eye, yellow green eye. It's like a jewel, and they were able to keep that.
Yep.
And the calipers, special SRT logo.
So the calipers are black. He wanted the red to match the badges in the wing, right? And we got the factory SRT back on the caliper, so it looks like it came from Mopar. Front bumper had to come off in order to paint this front spoiler because this was black. We sanded it down, and then we cleared it, then we PPF'd it so that it won't get damaged. The insert on the hood, if you look closely, guys, it says alcohol injection on here, and that was kind of tricky because it's right here. It's engraved, Steve, right here.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, alcohol injection, right? So we were trying to preserve that because we wanted people to know that there was still that ghost mark for a Mopar, because that piece. And so here's the crazy part. Dodge has this rule that if you damage any of this trim, I was researching it, they only allow you to buy one piece for the history of the car. Like, that's it. They only have enough extra pieces. So if you have a problem and you can't get the part, right? So they have designated for each car body parts that the factory put aside. So if something happens, you get one set of whatever's on the car. That's it.
So you can't wreck the same part of the car twice.
No. No.
How about none? How about nunts?
How about nunts? Exactly.
Yeah.
Had some hard order spots from the car dealership on it, so we had to do a full correction. And then full nose PPF. The PPF looks marvelous. You can't tell that we wrapped it with film on the front, so when he's driving, he doesn't get rock chips or debris damage to the front of the car. All the seams are tucked, everything's tucked, so you can't see the difference between the fender and the quarter.
Nope.
Right? And that's the whole thing. When you do PPF, you can typically tell that somebody's put film on the car. But
no, you cannot tell. It's awesome. You cannot tell.
So this is the first Demon on the Weekly Buff.
Nice. And then of course you put your ceramic on there.
Yeah, so the finished product has 3 layers of pro graphene, not 2, not 1, it's got 3. So we did it in steps. One day we did 1 coat, another day we did another coat, and another day we did a 3rd coat. And then we put heat lamps on it to make sure that the coating cures. The wheels are coated, the calipers are coated, the glass is coated, the trim, the only thing you can't coat is the tires. But we wanted the tires to look satin. We didn't want a greasy look. And I think it was a huge success. Took a couple weeks to accomplish, but I think it's better in person than it is in the pictures we were sending, Steve.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the thing looks very special. It looks like what it is, which is a exotic. You know, it's not a, you know, it's an exotic car from Dodge.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not making them anymore.
No.
You can no longer get the HEMI with a supercharger. They're done production. This is the last gas Demon we will ever see.
Yeah, it's called the Last Call Series.
That's right.
Yeah, I think so.
Last Call Series because it's the last. And this car is going to be worth a ton of money in the next 5 to 10 years because there were only 3,300 of these built.
Yeah, 3,000 in US, 300 for Canada.
Correct. So guys, if you enjoyed the Weekly Buff, be sure to hit that like button. And if you'd like to be featured on the Weekly Buff or come meet Steve in his collection in person because he's here a lot, go ahead and leave a comment in the box. We'll see you next week. Rich, thank you for visiting our YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, if you're a professional detailer and you're looking to grow your business, go ahead and click the video here. If you are a weekend warrior and you want to learn some pro detailing tips, go ahead and click here. And if you're looking to get into the detail business or you want to grow your detail business, go ahead and click below.